What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode number 79 of the Sorta Interesting podcast, and welcome to our second week of Rock in Reviews, where we are reviewing movies starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and today we are reviewing The Rundown. I am your host. My name is Christian Patam, and with me is my co-host, as always, the most electrifying man in all of podcast entertainment today, the man who will layeth the smack down on all your candy asses, the great one, Myles, darling. Myles, how you doing, baby?
Good. I think this isn't really second week. This is like second month.
Yeah, this is like second month. We took a little break in between. There was some issues going on. Not going to talk about that, but we are back today with Rock and Reviews. Myles, please give us the plugs of where they could find our podcasts if they are listening to us or watching us for the first time and want to listen to our back catalog.
SortaInteresting.com. That's where this podcast is currently being played, and you can find our catalog of podcasts from the past, like our most previous podcast,
Scorpion King. Yeah,
Scorpion
felt like
King.
a long time ago now.
Also, the Mummy series, which we have done, and there's no excuse. Mummy series is on HBO Max.
Oh my God, yeah, they got all of them on there now, huh? Yeah.
Yep. If you don't have HBO Max, don't talk to me.
Myles, speaking of the Mummy series, on our YouTube channel, youtube.com, there's no URL, sorry, don't,
just go to youtube.com.
Just go to youtube.com, there you go. Search Sorta Interesting. Myles, I don't remember what the number was last time we talked.
It was like 3K.
Yeah, it was like 3, maybe 4K, right? Myles, today, I just checked it again. I haven't checked it since that day. It is at 9.5 thousand views, that video. I don't know what...
Is that like 5 cents?
I don't know what the hell happened. I could tell you this, though. I have a speculation. I have a feeling that people see that it says The Mummy Returns in the title, and they see the length of the video, which is 1 hour and 22 minutes. So they're probably like, oh, someone uploaded The Mummy Returns onto YouTube, and I could watch it. No, surprise. It's our big, fat, beautiful faces doing a podcast on it.
For it to count as a view?
I think if you just click on it,
3 minutes.
Yeah, I don't.
A minute.
I'm scared to look on the analytics on that, on the analytics on that, to see how how long people are watching the video. But 9.5 thousand. That's a shitload. I don't think I've had anything in my life have 9.5 thousand views. But congratulations again to you on that, man.
Congratulations to you, the viewer, listener.
We got
if it's by accident. It's a happy little accident, as Bob Ross would say.
I think we were at like 20 subscribers last time. We're at 53 now, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Not a lot, but it's still better than nothing. I'll take 53.
Still better than people who don't have a fucking channel.
It's
losers.
True. Yeah, it is true. Where else can they find our podcast other than YouTube, Myles?
Anywhere that podcasts are available. That's fucking Spotify. That's the Apple Podcast app. That's Google Play Store. SoundCloud,
SoundCloud, right?
And
that's our home, right? I mean, that was like our original home. I don't. Yeah. That's our roots. I don't forget where you came from.
I don't ever forget where I came.
Hey,
so
good, because you don't want to touch it later or accidentally wipe your face or something with it. Blow your nose into it. Yeah.
That's why these times that we're living in are really hard.
That's true.
Trees that are blooming right now. It's like, was I just out here? Did I just blow a load outside? No, I didn't. It's the trees.
Myles, I say we skip the foreplay. Okay, we have been edging ourselves to watch these trailers that have been coming out for the past maybe 2-3 weeks now. And respect to you, Myles, for holding off and not coming while watching these trailers, because
it was really hard.
I'm glad you didn't, because now we get to watch them together and we get to react to them in a little mini podcast here. So let's get right to it. Let's get into this reacts thing right here. And I got a couple trailers lined up for us here. So first one I got is let me change my window so you could see it. There we go. Can you see that?
Oh, I can see that.
All right, baby. Here we go. First one I got here is Suicide Squad. I don't think it's a full-on trailer. I think it's like
I've never
behind the scenes. What the fuck? Where's my mouse?
This is the James Gunn
Yes, this is the Suicide Squad 2. Yeah, directed by James Gunn. It's got like fucking John Cena in it.
Too serious.
It's got Idris Elba. It's got the guy from RoboCop in it. But yeah, I just thought we could watch this.
Wait, which RoboCop?
The new RoboCop. Yeah, whatever his name is. Yeah. But yeah, let's go ahead and kick this off here. Hold on, let me pause the music in the background. Let's see.
I didn't even know this music.
I think it's gonna surprise people.
That guy.
That guy, yeah.
I don't think he's a good actor at all. I hate that guy.
No.
Oh, he was in the first Suicide Squad.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was. Yeah. Which is weird. Why would they bring him back?
So they recast Deathstroke.
Yeah, Deathstroke is Idris Elba now. God, John Cena is so jacked.
Wow, I love it. Oh, this guy is a creep.
Yeah, that guy from Dark Knight.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about this though. James Gunn. If anybody can make a movie good, some silly characters good, it's James Gunn.
Yeah, I love it. Oh.
Oh God, yeah, Margot Robbie. Nothing to say about her. Just fucking. I mean, her body just says it all. You know.
Face.
Face.
Some of them are just pretty crappy through and through.
Whoa,
dude, his hair, man. His hair lately has been amazing. If you see him in commercials, God, he's really stepped it up with the hair game.
I can't.
Dude, look at his polo. It's so tight on him.
Oh yeah, 2 legs.
Have some sense about what's about to happen next, James.
Hey.
Oh, that's fucking what's his name? Yondu.
Just jumped ship. Yeah.
Genitals, heads, arms, legs.
It's like a big, massive graphic novel brought to life.
Ooh.
That's so sick, Idris Elba, man.
By far the biggest movie.
I'm game for anything Idris Elba's in, honestly.
I don't think that you know what to expect.
Viola Davis, nice.
This has been truly the greatest, most exciting.
Pete Davidson's in it.
Of my life making this film.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, and they brought back the guy.
Captain Boomerang.
Or
Oh, I guess that was it. All right, well, I'm still excited about it. Doesn't matter, but I thought there was going to be some kind of trailer, but
that was just, it. Huh? Interesting.
Next trailer, Myles. I have yet to see a trailer for this yet, but Disney's Raya and the Last Dragon. Have you heard about this?
Ooh.
I think this is.
I have heard about it.
I've
seen billboards by my work about it.
I think this is straight to Disney Plus. Yeah, so it's going to be on March 5th, straight to Disney Plus. So let's see.
I know what we're watching next. It's a lo-fi hip-hop radio.
I think the voice too is what's her name? Rose from Star Wars. I think that's her name. The Asian chick who had to leave Instagram because everybody was fucking bullying her.
Bullying her. Daisy had to leave too.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Where are your parents?
Couldn't even take pussy.
Any like Asian kind of like Disney thing, I'm always all in.
Oh, yeah.
We need more Asians in Disney. Mulan was just so far along, so far like back in the day, man. We need something new. Yeah, Bao, that was just sad.
Yeah.
Impressive.
You ate your children.
It looked fucking good though, those Baos.
Yeah, they did.
Is Raya. Our lands have been at war for as long as we can remember. Our people never see eye to eye.
Dude, they low-key look Filipino.
My daughter.
Oh, that's like Chinese though, right there.
Kind of do though, yeah.
Has to take the first step.
Now, in order to restore peace, we must find the
Lotus flower bomb, firefly.
This is not no Sanjo.
Oh wait,
Let's go.
that looks like that dude from fucking
We'll have to watch our backs.
the Genghis Khan looking character from Mulan.
Oh, Mulan, yeah. It's
6 years.
I don't remember his name.
fuck, what is his name?
Please let this be it.
He was the guy with the fucking curvy sword, or like
Yeah,
the
oh my
squiggly
god,
sword.
that sword was so sick.
We
Yeah.
really need your help.
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not like the best dragon. Have you ever done like a group project?
Dude, this is straight up Mulan.
You didn't pitch in as much, but still ended
Yeah,
up the
that's
same
fucking.
grade?
We're doomed.
Wizard.
You and the dragon are coming with me. My sword here says
The
we're
bad
friends.
guys look like Filipinos, actually.
Good.
The world's broken. You can't trust anyone.
This animation looks so sick.
Maybe it's broken because you don't trust anyone. You just have to take the first step.
Oh, dude, she's got the Kirby sword too. With the
Oh shit, Descendant.
maybe it's in the same universe. Who knows?
Look how close my butt is to my head. It's gonna make digestion so much faster.
Whose voice is that? Sounds so like raspy.
Disney Plus with Premier Access, March 5th.
March 5th. That's already
Yeah,
next
we're
month.
probably having
Wow.
like different. I don't know.
Next trailer here. You know what? I don't even know what this one is. Boss level. You know what? Let's get rid of that. Let's get straight to it here. Godzilla versus Kong. Myles, we have been waiting
let's
for
watch
this
Cruella
one.
first. I don't want to
Okay, okay. You're right. You're right. Let's get into Cruella. Starring Emma Stone. This one. When is this coming out? I don't even fucking know. Who cares? I don't even.
This is
really...
about a woman who skins dogs. All right. This is just don't forget where this comes.
She's one of the greatest villains, though. In the history of Disney, I like her villain in the cartoon, in the live action too. Glenn Close, she was great. Let's see what this is about. Emma Stone as Cruella DeVille, by the way.
She's gonna get hit.
That didn't sit well with some people.
Oh, she's gonna have a fucking English accent.
I don't know about that, man.
Yeah.
I guess they were always scared that I'd be a psycho.
That raspy laugh.
Yeah.
But a new day brings new opportunities.
I remember hearing about this movie like 2 or 3 years ago. It's been a long time in the making.
I don't remember.
Oh shit, Mark Strong.
Hey. Wow, I love him.
How does the saying go?
Whoa, what the fuck?
I am woman. Hear me
Some
roar.
David Blaine mind trick shit.
I'm just getting started, darling. The thing is, I was born brilliant, born bad, and a little bit mad. I'm Cruella.
I mean, that didn't really show us anything, but okay. Okay. May 28th. Okay. Cool. Didn't show us
I got
shit.
cross
but
arms in those last fucking 2 trailers.
I had no interest in watching that at all, actually. I don't give a fuck about Cruella. I don't know why I wanted to watch that. Maybe I was just, okay. You know what? Fuck it. We're getting to Godzilla versus Kong, Myles. You and I have been waiting to watch this for how long?
For a
God.
long time. Shut the fuck up.
Here we go.
This is our only chance.
Excuse me. Is that J-Lo?
I don't know who that was. I think that was Isa Gonzalez.
Oh.
Yeah.
What the hell?
We need Kong. The world needs him.
Oh, that's a star. Yeah, Skarsgård.
Yeah. I know Skarsgård anyway.
She's the only one he'll communicate with.
I knew that they had a bond.
And that's
The town. Prestige.
fucking. Oh yeah, that's right. Fucking hangs herself.
Yeah.
Loser.
Kong did the same.
Dude, Kong could flick you across the planet. Jesus.
Yeah. Oh shit. Oh. Amazing.
Yeah, Issa.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Godzilla.
Gojira. Who's the good guy in this? I mean, who do we root for? Oh, fuck. Yo, this is dope as fuck.
Yeah, aircraft carrier. No way.
This is like Battleship 2. Oh, fuck.
Oh.
Oh, shit. He's jumping off the boat.
Shit.
Godzilla's out there and he's hurting people, and we
Hey, Kyle.
There's something provoking him that we're not seeing.
Hey, Millie.
Oh god.
Millie.
The myths are real.
Yeah, yo, I'm really right.
Oh fuck, he's got a fucking like hammer.
And they're the last one standing.
What the fuck is going on here?
With this like rap rock in the background.
Yeah, I don't know about
shit.
that.
Kong bows to no one.
Yeah, rap rock is like kind of gone. It hasn't been good in a long. Oh shit.
Except for fucking Lincoln Park.
Oh fuck. That looks fucking. Oh, HBO Max. That's right. Oh my god, even better. I totally forgot. It's gonna be on HBO Max.
Even better.
Woo!
Is that Dune coming on HBO Max too?
Which one?
Coming on HBO Max? Dune?
Oh, Dune. Yeah, that one's coming on HBO Max as well.
Boy.
Yeah. I just finished that book. Man, I can't wait. It's gonna be so good.
Book.
I didn't read it though. Audiobook. So I mean,
okay.
cheating, kinda. But you know, I still had to like concentrate. But anyways, Myles, let's get into the creme de la creme of this little side podcast here. We got
Or so you've told.
Mortal Kombat. Okay. Everybody, live action Mortal Kombat. Before we get into the trailer, though, stop texting me. There are some posters that came out before the trailer that I want to look at here.
Okay.
Hold on. I think it's in this. Let's see.
Simon McQuaid. Who's he known for?
I have no idea.
James Wan.
James Wan. He does all like the Saw movies and Conjuring and stuff. He's a very good like horror director. Is this the video?
Who's playing who?
No, there's like a there's.
Oh shit! That's all I needed. I don't care. Who's that?
Oh yeah, this is what I wanted you to see. These posters right here. Here we go.
Who's Tan?
This guy is gonna be. Oh, this guy's a new character, by the way. He's not one of the characters in Mortal Kombat. He's a new character for the movie. But here we go. Shang Tsung, this guy.
Oh.
God, dude.
Is he coming back?
It's not the original Shang Tsung, but he looks like him, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to look at these moving posters because they are so fucking sick, dude. These are so sick.
These are what they need now, like when they have like those digital like.
This fucking Sub-Zero one is so fucking cool, dude. I need this like on like a fucking like a GIF poster like on my wall, dude. This would be so sick to have. Got Sub-Zero here, or Scorpion. Sub-Zero on top. Dude, so fucking sick. I love the costumes already. Without even watching the trailer, I can already tell you the costumes are going to be so fucking sick.
Wow.
Jackson Briggs.
Makad Brooks.
Oh, man. Yeah, all these actors are like pretty like no-name actors. Sonya Blade. God.
Sonya Blade.
So fucking sick. Raiden.
Wait, what the hell is that guy's name?
Tabanubu Asano. I have no idea.
Danobu.
I have no idea who any of these people are. Liu Kang. Oh, this guy. He was the Black Power Ranger in that Power Ranger movie, the newest one that came out, or whenever we saw that one. The Asian guy.
He was a black one?
Yeah, he was the black one. Yeah, the Asian guy.
Sick.
And then we got Kung Lao. Fuck yeah, dude. Let's get Kung Lao in a live action finally. They never had Kung Lao in any of the live action movies.
They better utilize the fuck out of that hat.
And I have a little suggestion here. Before this movie comes out, I say we review all the live action Mortal Kombats before watching this. I mean, the first one, say what you want to say, but it has a special place in my heart. The other ones, not so great, but the first one, fucking fantastic. We got Kano coming back. Kano, obviously the bad guy. Melina. Melina was in the Melina.
No, you know what they need? They need. And that was a better time than ever to have a mask on her.
I know, right?
I mean,
yeah.
The times we're living in.
All right, Myles, let's get into the straight to the penetration. We don't need no more foreplay. Okay, we're going right.
John David Washington?
To the sex here. Yeah, I don't know why they have this in front of it, but.
Heavy spoiler.
This is like a rated R trailer, too, so I'm very excited for this. I'm very excited.
First learned about this 7 years ago. On a mission in Brazil to capture a wanted fugitive. When we got there, it tore through in seconds.
Oh, let's fucking go.
Oh
shit.
Oh. Wow.
Shout out to New Line Cinema. They did the first one as well. One in the 90s.
It's stuck with it.
Yeah. Good for them. Yeah, this is the new character. Like a fucking MMA fighter.
Alright, how far is that gonna get you?
Yeah. Can you stop ice?
You need Baraka.
Ooh. He might be in it. Who knows?
I think it's an invitation.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, that last samurai, dude.
Ooh.
Oh, fuck.
Shit.
Let's fucking go, dude.
Get over here.
Come here.
These are your champions.
I'm Sonya. That's Kano.
I'm Liu Kang.
God.
Oh, he could already do fireballs.
Kung Lao.
Fucking Kung Lao. Let's go.
The fate of Earth is in our hands.
Oh, shit.
Dope.
Oh.
We will not fail.
Oh shit. That's what's the main bad guy? The big guy. The fucking mask.
Shit.
He looks like
Oh, fucking
shit.
Goro? Let's go. Oh. He's making a sword, dude. Oh my fucking god, dude. Oh shit.
You fucking beauty.
Oh.
Guys, I'm gonna need 5 minutes. I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta fucking get rid of this semen inside of me. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Wow. I cannot fucking wait for that.
That's gonna be on HBO Max too?
That's HBO Max as well, my friend. I cannot fucking wait. Oh, I don't know the exact date, but yeah, HBO Max for sure. So very excited for that. That trailer looked awesome. The actors, I don't even really care about who they are. It just looked the costumes. That's all I need, man. And the fucking finish him and the fucking oh my god, man.
I would love.
I'm so excited for that.
I would love to.
Okay, Myles, let's get back to but yeah, that was a little side podcast there. If you want to see more of that, we could do a whole hour of that, of just reacting to stuff if you want. If you just donate to our Patreon, patreon.com/sortainteresting. Yeah, what's up?
I wanted to bring up one more, sorry, before we close that part out. I'm sure you've seen it, but
Did I
I
see
just
it?
want to
I don't know.
reiterate that we have a new trailer for an old movie.
We do. What is it?
It's the Justice League.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Snyder
I have
cut.
seen it. Yeah, let's watch it though. Yeah, definitely.
Justin Bieber. I love it. And it right there, that second one.
Yeah, hold on. Let me change this.
Oh man.
This one.
That one or the other one? Oh, whatever. This one.
I think they changed like the color grading too, because it was so dark the first time around.
It really was. It was like Seattle all the time.
Yeah. And I think this is the perspective it's gonna be in, which is gonna be a little weird, like a little 4:3 perspective.
Oh.
Looks like we're watching on a fucking old school TV.
All right. Well, as long as the fucking story is better.
I don't know how much could they possibly change though. You know, it's like you got to refilm the whole thing if you're gonna change that much. But
well, they recorded so much. Are they?
It's gonna be like a 4-hour long movie too, which is ridiculous. This is my favorite part right here. Fucking is it Apocalypse?
Yeah, with fucking. I need warriors. What's his name?
I'm building an alliance to defend ourselves.
I want to see more Flash. That's gonna be sick.
Me too.
If you can't bring down
Wonder Woman, get out of my face. Don't need any more.
Flashpoint movie we're fucking on.
Oh, it's supposed to be Dark Side, I think, not Apocalypse. Yeah, Dark Side.
And even if it takes you the rest of
That's what I want to see. Yeah, that's fucking sick.
Find out what that reason is.
Look at him.
His triceps, dude. I love. Ah, there we go. Fucking black suit Superman too. Let's go.
Oh wow.
They said the age of heroes would never come again.
I don't need any more of you, Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
Had
I don't
enough
want
of you.
any more.
Oh, that scene
Oh,
right there.
shit.
Fuck yeah, let's go.
It has to.
Okay.
Ugh.
Live in a society where honor is a distant memory. Isn't that right? Batman.
Jared, let's go. I'm excited for that too. I'm very excited for more Jared Leto. Jared Leto did not get his fair shake when it came to the Joker, unfortunately. So I'm very excited for that.
But he's like completely on board with it. He tweeted out and shit about
Oh, he
it,
is
you
good.
know? He tweeted, "We live in a society."
Oh, dope! I didn't know he was
Link
on
to
board
that.
like that because I knew
Yeah.
he was. I knew he was a little mad after like seeing his portrayal in Suicide Squad. So
I would be too.
Yeah,
that was like garbage. I'm surprised they're even going with like a continuation.
I know, right? Yeah, on that same
That
universe,
Batman
but-
trailer is so good too. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, man, I'm very excited for that. But that's coming out. When is that coming out? Is that coming out soon?
Next year.
Oh wait, no. This the Snyder cut.
Oh, the Snyder Cut. Yeah, that's coming
out
soon.
soon, right? I think within
Yeah.
the next month or so. But I don't
Yeah,
know
I
about
think in March,
fucking
yeah.
4 hours or 3 or 4 hours. That's a fucking lot, man. I might just have to fast forward through like the shit that I've already seen just to watch, the normal stuff.
Jack off in between.
But Myles, let's get back to the rundown here. Production details for the rundown. Release date September 26, 2003. Director Peter Berg, known for Friday Night Lights. He also directed Hancock with Will Smith and Charlize Theron, very underrated superhero movie. But he also did Battleship, which was one of the worst movies ever with fucking Rihanna.
Rihanna.
Mahalo, motherfucker. He also did Lone Survivor, which is a pretty good movie though, with Marky Mark.
Oh man, that movie was so sad.
It was really sad though, yeah, super sad. Writer R.J. Stewart, unfortunately, he is a one-hit wonder with this movie. Budget $85 million. Box office, Myles, an abysmal $80 million. Couldn't even break even at the box office. And then runtime 1 hour 45 minutes, which is just
5 million.
85 million, and then box office just 80 million.
Come from for this movie.
I guess all the location shoots, I feel like they were like out in, it looked like they were actually out in the Amazon, which is pretty cool. Then runtime 1 hour 45 minutes, just the perfect movie length for me, if you ask. But Myles, what were your first impressions of the rundown?
When I was growing up, because this movie came out in 2003, right?
Yes.
And then Walking Tall came out in 2004.
That's right. That was like
another
the year
Rock
after,
movie, and I would get them mixed up all the time. That has nothing to do with my first impression. I'm just saying, I would get them mixed up all the time. So, in case people have that, you're not alone. Or, I really like this movie because it shows that, I don't know, it showed a different side of The Rock than we're used to now. Like, it's a refresher when you go back to it. From like just a big action. He's a small town guy, or not a small town. He's just a small time guy, a bounty hunter trying to make enough money to open his own business.
Right.
You know, and he just gets caught in the middle of something, and it I don't know, it works out. He's got a great cast too. Like this cast is amazing.
Right.
When you look back on it, it's one of those like this movie has so much. And not a lot of people know about it. I feel
man,
like,
it's so low key. It's a disappointment how low key this movie.
Yeah, I really like this movie. I'm a big fan.
I love it.
That's why we put it on this list. Obviously, first impression was great. Last impression, last time I watched it was great.
Do you remember the first time you actually watched it though? Like,
yeah, it was not in. I remember distinctly wanting a whip.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, dude.
Indiana Jones, but
No,
because of this movie more.
Whip fighting. I mean, have you ever seen a whip fighting in any other movie ever?
No.
In the history of film, whip fighting. That is something.
He had Uncle Rico in there.
Yeah, Uncle
Fucking
Rico
using a
as
whip.
well. Yeah, I mean, Yeah, whip fighting is something brand new that I think more people need to incorporate. I feel like that could be some John Wick shit, some whip fighting. But
my God, last time I saw whip action like that was Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh wow, yeah, in Batman, that's true. Yeah, nobody really uses whips. Even Indiana Jones, he doesn't use his whip like these people do. He just uses it as like a grappling thing, just to fucking get somewhere. You know,
crazy.
Yeah, go ahead, keep going. Yeah.
I'm just saying. It was like I don't know what it is about this movie. I just really.
I think it's the character of Rock, the Rock's character Beck. I think it's just something. It was something more in depth than he usually plays. Right? He's usually
That's true. That's true. What you get in like Rock movies now is face value.
Exactly. Yeah. There's no story behind him. He's just He's just the guy. He's just the action star in the movies that he's in now.
Yeah, that's a good.
But I never did watch this movie in the movie theater, so you could blame me for that abysmal 80 million that it made in the movie theater. But I don't even remember how I actually got into this movie. But I want to say I was just a huge fan of The Rock, and I just bought the movie, the DVD when it came out, just because he was on the cover in it, of it, and then I just ended up loving the fuck out of this movie after watching it. But yeah, there was definitely a time growing up where I watched this movie probably like on a weekly basis. That's how much I fucking loved this movie growing up.
Wow.
And then yeah, as I said, the character, the Rock's character Beck, just kind of like how he carried himself, and like he was a stoic, tough, almost like a closed off kind of guy. That kind of influenced me. Not really. Like I was at that age where I was like, oh, I can kind of like act like this guy, you know. I kind of want to be like the Rock's character, especially in the beginning of the movie where he's like super cool. He's a fucking badass. He's just fucking beating everybody's ass, not even asking questions. So that kind of got me in trouble when I was a kid, though. I was like, oh, I could just fight people too, like The Rock, no problem.
Yeah, I could totally pump a shotgun with my armpit.
Dude, fuck. We'll get into that, but how fucking badass was that shit?
I want to do like, and it was cool because like his whole thing in the beginning, like he didn't like weapons, right? Or he didn't use like he didn't like guns and shit.
I wish we would have gotten more backstory on that. Like that's one thing because the movie shows so short, there's not enough time for like, you know, backstory on these characters. But I would have liked a little more backstory on The Rock's character, just because he talked about it like here and there about he came from a bad place and he got mixed up with the wrong people. You know, he doesn't like to use guns. I wish they would have showed more of that stuff or like talked about it some more. But
yeah,
I thought that was great. But let's be honest here, the actual story of this, pretty shallow, not so great. It's pretty simple to follow along. It's just treasure hunters and stuff like that. But the action, that's the real heart of this movie for sure. And it's just fantastic. And this movie just doesn't get enough credit in the action genre and just floats under the radar because of its just failure in the movie theater. And let's be honest, it gets buried under The Rock's massive movie resume that's just fucking growing by the day as we speak right now. There's probably shit getting added onto his IMDb every fucking day. So it's hard to get the word out about this movie, but this is why we do this podcast. Let people know about movies that we like. Hopefully people could give it a chance and watch it. So and then yeah, Rosario Dawson, fucking amazing. It might have been the first movie I ever saw Rosario Dawson in. Seann William Scott, love Seann William Scott from his American Pie roots, of course, and to see him in an action movie is funny to see. But he got fucking shredded for this movie. Right. When he's in the fucking water, I'm like, Stifler, my man,
you're giving me a little Stifler.
giving me a little Stifler.
Baby Stifler.
And then of course Christopher Walken, just fucking always a treasure. Christopher Walken, anything he's in, I'm always game for any Christopher Walken movie.
So I read that his cadence when he talks.
Yeah, I read something about that too.
Right?
Yeah.
It was growing up. He didn't have a lot of native English speakers around him, so he would have to pause
at weird spots.
So they could catch up.
And we get great Christopher Walken cadences in this, especially when he's talking about the Tooth Fairy later in this movie, which we'll get to. The concept of the Tooth Fairy. Unfortunately, I can't do a Christopher Walken impression. I could just do like a New York.
I stuck this up my ass for 7 years.
So I walked around with this watch up his ass for 7 years.
Died of dysentery. I took the watch. I shoved it up my ass.
And those fucking Asian fucking slopes. I'm like, Jesus, Walken, take it easy.
You know that was all.
Oh, just straight ad lib for
Quentin.
sure. Yeah,
That was all. Oh yeah, well, Quentin like gave him lit the fuse and fucking.
I don't understand how Quentin has never gotten canceled for any of that shit. It's amazing how like everyone's just like, yeah, it's Quentin. It's just what he does. It's just what he does. Racial slurs in every single one of his movies. Doesn't matter.
That's locker room talk.
But Myles, let's get into a plot rundown here, ladies and gentlemen.
Please.
The movie opens up with our protagonist Beck, played by The Rock, of course.
If you smell what the Rock is cooking.
Oh man, I never get tired of that fucking theme song. Yeah, and The Rock, and he's listening to my man Emeril Lagasse on the radio, which I don't know what fucking station he's listening to. I don't know where you can listen to just cooking shows on the radio.
Emeril have a serious.
I know, right? He's got his own like podcast and shit.
XM.
Then Emeril Lagasse on the radio, and we see him taking notes on some mushrooms he's talking about. And his friend finally calls him over to enter a private party at a nightclub. Then we get a cameo as The Rock is entering the club from Arnold Schwarzenegger, which I totally forgot about. And then as The Rock is walking in, Arnold Schwarzenegger passes him by and he says, "Hi." He says, "Have fun." And then he just like, The Rock's like, "What the fuck?" I always saw that as a little passing of the torch from one action star to another. You know what I'm saying? Like one old action star passing it on, like, "Hey, have fun. You're gonna fucking have a crazy career, so have fun with this." And then The Rock's friend shows Rock where his mark is located at the club, and we learn that his mark and all his friends are all big football players. They're supposed to be in college, by the way, these football players, but they look like they're fucking 35 years old. Everyone is old as fuck.
Of course. They can never cast like age-appropriate people.
They're like, they play at Notre Dame or something. I'm like, dude, these guys are fucking 40 years old.
Who look young.
Yeah. Let me get some cool overlays on the screen with the players' names, and then it has like their weight and their height and which position they play. And then we get some cool like old school XFL footage from back in the day when Vince McMahon was involved. And then the last guy we see is Brian Natmiller, The Rock's mark, who is the quarterback. And then The Rock approaches Brian and tells him he's there on behalf of an associate of his that loaned Brian some money, and he's there to collect. And then Brian doesn't have the money, and The Rock tells Brian, "Give me the championship ring on the low as collateral," to his employer. And then Brian's like, "Hell no, you're not getting this ring." And he fucking throws the champagne all in his face. And then he tells The Rock to leave. And The Rock looks at Brian and says, "Okay." And he walks away. And then The Rock goes to the bathroom to clean up and calls his employer to tell him the bad news. We can't hear the other end of the line, but from the context clues here, we assume he tells The Rock to get that ring doing what he does best, just fucking whipping asses. Then so The Rock goes back and get whipped. Then The Rock goes back and tells Brian, "You've got two options. Option A, you give me the ring. Option B, I make you give me the ring." And then Brian tells him, "I'll take option B." And then right as he says that, The Rock turns around, punches one of the O-linemen right in the throat, and he tells Brian, "Wrong choice." And then we get a badass fucking fight scene here with The Rock and all of these massive O-linemen. And I like this. I like the choice that they made, having The Rock fight like a bunch of big O-linemen and not just a bunch of like normal sized dudes. Because obviously The Rock is gonna whip their asses if they're just normal dudes. But
if he knows a little hand-to-hand combat, you know.
Yeah.
As a bounty hunter.
Dude, The Rock. I will give him this. He's really good at these combat, the fucking hand-to-hand choreography. He's really good at that stuff. And then great use of slow-mo here in this fight where the Rock takes a pistol off one of the dudes, and then he unloads it and he just like throws it away in slow-mo, which is super cool. And then at one point The Rock gives one of the dudes the rock bottom on one of the tables, which is super cool. And then
let me give a little bit of backstory real quick.
Yeah.
Or not backstory, a little bit of like fact here that give credit where credit's due.
Mm-hmm.
Although The Rock did a lot of stunts. His stunt double in this movie, which has been his stunt double for almost all the movies that he's been in, is his cousin.
Right, yeah.
Tanoi Reed. and he was nominated, and he actually won the award for best overall stunt by a man at the '04 Taurus World Stunt Awards.
Oh, did he win it for this? For this
yeah,
movie?
for this particular movie.
Oh,
yeah.
Dude, he gets fucking beat up, that stunt, man. We'll get some more into detail into that, but man, he really put his fucking body through it in this. Excuse me. And then he eventually beats all their asses and throws a turntable at Brian as he tries to run away. And he takes the ring off of him and tells him, "You should have chose option A." And then such a dope way to end this fight here. We get a character overlay for Beck that gives us his name and then his height, which is 6'4", his weight 220. I was like, The Rock is 220 in this movie? There's no fucking way he's 220. He was beefy as fuck. There's no way he's 220. And then his position, which is retrieval expert, which is so fucking what a dope ass fucking job title, retrieval expert. And then The Rock gets outside to his car and he's met with headlights behind him, and a man shoots some beanbags at him with a shotgun, disabling The Rock, and he takes the ring off of him. Then we cut to The Rock arriving at his employer Billy's house. We learn that The Rock is working for this man to earn some money to open up his own restaurant. And then Billy tells The Rock he has one last job for him, which is retrieving his son Travis back from South America and bring him home. And then we cut to The Rock flying in a little ass plane in the Amazon forest. We get a funny scene here where The Rock sees the pilot Declan has used some duct tape on one of the wings outside. He's like, is that duct tape? He's like, yeah. Declan's like, yeah, no problem. It's all good. Then Declan, also a funny guy, he's got a very heavy Scottish accent. And The Rock has a hard time understanding him. And he's like, we can't land now. The bull's on the grind. He's like, The Rock's like, the really bull's on the grind. And then Declan and The Rock are traveling through the forest by jeep now, and Declan tells The Rock to stay out of the jungle if he wants to stay alive. And then they pass by some workers who work in the mine, and they look like they've been fucking through hell. They're traveling by truck, and I love this scene from The Rock here, where he's just staring down these fucking guys. He's not even breaking contact at all with these dudes, just staring them down as they drive by. I'm like, dude, you're in foreign territory here. You got to be careful with that shit.
Careful what you look at, dude.
Yeah, right. They look like some fucking hard dudes, man. You don't want to fuck with those guys. We are now, and one of them was wearing a Houston Astros hat. By the way, I didn't even notice that. I was like, wow, and it was like it's like the current logo too. It has like the star behind the H. I was like, I didn't remember. I thought that was I think that was
adopted in early 2000s, like real early, like.
Oh.
I want to say it was,
because I remember the logo before the current one, so I was like, oh, I thought that was the logo back then, but I guess not. Then we are now introduced to our comedic relief of the movie, Travis, played by Sean William Scott, who enters a bar with some flowers to give to Mariana, played by Rosario Dawson. But Mariana knows Travis is full of shit and knows he wants something, and asks to borrow her uncle's boat to find a mysterious item called the gato, which of course means cat in Spanish. And then cut to The Rock arriving at the antagonist's base camp, where the workers of the mine are turning in their gold. And this is where we are introduced to one of our antagonists, Harvey, played by John Grease, aka Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite. And then Declan tells Uncle Rico,
bet I can throw a football over the mountain.
What a fucking great role that he had in that, man. And then Declan tells Uncle Rico that The Rock is here for some business and asks The Rock if he has a gun. And The Rock responds with, no, I don't like guns, which plays an important part later. And then we see one of the mine workers arguing with one of the guys over his gold, and he tries to walk away with it, but the soldiers use a whip to fucking grab his hand and then the fucking cut across his fingers, so he lets go of the gold. I'm like, how fucking precise can you be with a whip? There's no fucking way you could do that. And then The Rock meets our antagonist, Hatcher, played by the great Christopher Walken. And he tells him he's there to collect Travis and to bring him home. And then Hatcher asks The Rock, why come to me? Why not just take him and go? And The Rock has a great line here, and he says, when I go to another man's house, I don't just start going into his refrigerator without asking. And I'm like, oh shit, dude, that's a good comeback right there. And then Hatcher, and that's a fucking lie, by the way. Whenever I go to someone's house, I always go through their fridge. That's like the
I shake their fridge door handle first before I shake their hand.
That's the You go like, hey, what's up? And then just fucking open the fridge.
Straight to
Then Hatcher takes Rock over to see his mine, and we see that just what an absolute shithole these people are working in. And then Rock says it looks like hell. And then before he lets the Rock go, he tells him it's going to cost him $10,000 if he's going to take Travis. And the Rock tells Declan he needs to borrow the Jeep and to go back to the plane and to keep the engine running. And before he leaves, he says, Declan, I'm going to be coming fast. And to which I replied, me too, Rock, me too. And he gives a little wink to the camera. And then the Rock enters Mariana's bar, and he tells her he's looking for a man. And he describes Travis, and he's standing behind him and introduces himself. And he tells Travis, I need you to make a choice for me. He gives him option A or option B. Then Travis asks what option A is, and the Rock tells him option A is you and I walk out of here nice and easy. You get in my Jeep, we drive back to the airstrip, and we begin our long journey back to Los Angeles. And Travis asks, what's in Los Angeles? And the Rock replies with your father. And then Travis gets a worried look on his face, and he asks what option B is. And the Rock pretty much says, it's the opposite of option A. But you don't want to go there. Then Travis tells the Rock, I'll take option C. And the Rock is like, he just fucking throws down the nut he's eating, and he's like, Travis, there is no option C. Then Travis tries to pull a fast one on the Rock and tries to hit him with a bottle, but the fucking Rock, he just blocks it with his big ass fucking forearm, a glass bottle. And then the Rock disarms him, disarms him, puts him in handcuffs, and he says, like I said, there is no option C. And then just as Travis and the Rock are about to walk out the door, in comes Hatcher with his men and tells him he can't have Travis because he knows the location of an item he desires. And then you get a funny scene here with Uncle Rico when he's like, all right, let's go, dickhead. And then Travis is like, don't call me a dickhead, you dickhead. And he's like, did you find it or not, asshole? He's like, what's that, asshole? And then just arguing over again. And the Rock,
that child mentality where you just, no, you're stupid.
Did you find it or not, asshole? And they're like in each other's face.
They start copying him.
Yeah. And then the Rock tries to force his way out, but the soldiers stop him. And then we get one of the coolest fights in this whole movie. The Rock against a bunch of armed soldiers with no weapons. And he does this cool move where he like disarms one of the guys and he uses his legs and fucking like does like a tumble. And then he eventually disarms both soldiers and he fucking points a gun in Uncle Rico's mouth. And then he points one at Hatcher and he does like that thing where he stands up at the same time with Uncle Rico behind him.
He's like guiding him up
with that sick ass shot. Oh my god, dude. It's so good. And then the knocked out soldiers start to get up. And then the Hatcher asks Rock, you're gonna kill us all, Mr. Beck. And as the Rock puts Uncle Rico in front of him with the gun still in his mouth, he fucking drop kicks him into the other guys, full on drop kick. And then Travis tries to run away. And the Rock does a fucking badass move that I have never seen in any other movie in my life, where he unloads the magazine, but he does it in a way where it slides across the floor and then it goes under Travis's foot and he like slips. I'm like, oh my god, how come this is like some John Wick shit? How come John Wick has never done that? But the way he just does, he just like undoes the magazine and it slides across the floor. I'm like, oh fuck, dude, that's so sick.
This plays into why this movie is like so it's deeper. It's a deeper Rock role than we're used to,
right.
And it's also like well choreographed.
It's so creative what they did with the Rock, because I mean obviously he's a big guy, he could just punch hard if he wants to, but the way he just uses like his technique and stuff, I'm like, this is I've never seen this in any other movie, any other action movie in my life. It's crazy. And then just then the soldier behind them takes out his whip and tells the Rock, should have kept the gun. And then the soldier lashes his whip and like a fucking badass, the Rock catches that shit mid-air. And then as the soldier is about to lash out his other whip, he throws a whole fucking table at him, and that shit just fucking explodes in the middle of the air, and then they walk out, and I'm like, oh dude, what a fucking scene this was. It's still one of the most creative and just most badass like action scenes I've ever seen in my life.
Boss level scene.
I know, man. And then the Rock and Travis are now in the Jeep on the way to the airstrip, and Travis is just being a fucking just chatty Cathy here, trying to convince the Rock to let him go. And there's a line here where Travis is like, I'll give you one more chance to reconsider. And the Rock quips with, I'll give you one more chance to shut your mouth. Which I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. For you non-wrestling fans out there, that is a classic comeback line from The Rock. He always says, "Shut your mouth" at the end of his little quips back in his wrestling days. So,
Shut your mouth.
and then Travis has had enough of this, and he tells The Rock, "I hope you enjoy the fall." And The Rock is like, "Yeah, what fall?" And then Travis says, "This fall." And they fucking Travis drives the Jeep off the cliff, and they go tumbling down the mountain. And then this is gonna play into what you were saying, Myles, with the his stunt double, because goddamn, dude, this was so fucking painful. Both of these stunt doubles, they're just tumbling down the mountain, and they're like hitting trees and fucking branches and doing all kinds of flips and shit, and it's really crazy to watch.
Yeah, I give you so much respect for the people who, because that's not CG, man. That's somebody actually doing that shit.
And how many takes they might have had to do, and just what happens if you break something? I don't understand. Your career is over. That is a lot of risk you're putting in when you're a stuntman. So I mean, nothing but respect for those guys.
Their insurance gotta be fucking,
I know, right?
Premiums.
I don't understand. If your body's done, you can't work anymore. You're fucking. That's a lot of risk.
It's one of those jobs that goes on behind the scenes, quite literally. But in front of the scenes also, that nobody they give all the credit, or the actor reaps the benefits.
It's a thankless job, it sucks. You don't get to go on the red carpet. You don't get to go to the premieres. You get paid.
Although I hear that Tanoi, goes with The Rock, almost everywhere. You know,
that's good for him, because The Rock's a nice guy. I mean, look at every other stuntman though; they kind of they get the shit end of the stick, but
C-list, B-list.
He looks exactly. I don't know what they did, but they gave him the same haircut as The Rock, and I'm like, oh shit, it looks seamless because you don't really see the face; you just see the body, and they have the same build, so it looks really good.
He was already bald before the stunt doubles, so it helps that he can adapt to The Rock.
They could just paint that shit on, And they get to the shore, and Travis gets the keys off of Beck and takes the cuffs off. And The Rock finally catches up with Travis in the forest. And we get some funny shit here with Travis telling The Rock, he's like, "You come into my town, you go to my bar, and you eyeball my woman." And The Rock's like, "Eyeball your woman?" And then they start, Travis tries to pick a fight with him. And then The Rock's like, "All right, you done beating me up, let's go." And he slaps the cuffs back up on him. He tells him about the Gato du Diablo and tells him it's worth millions and they could split the earnings. But The Rock's like, "Nah, you don't interest me at all." And then we cut to Hatcher and his army, and another fucking hilarious scene here. Back to what we were talking about, Christopher Walken's cadence when he talks. Just the Christopher Walken talking about the Tooth Fairy giving an analogy to his men, and Uncle Rico trying to translate it in Portuguese.
Oh my
God,
that's right.
He's like, "I feel like a little boy who just lost his first tooth." And then he's like, before he tells the story, he's like, "Do you understand the concept of the Tooth Fairy?" And they're like, "Fucking what?" And he tells Uncle Rico, "Just explain." And then Uncle Rico's like, "Avado," and he's talking in Portuguese. And then finally, Christopher Walken's like, "All right, listen. She takes the goddamn tooth and she gives you a quarter. They have my tooth and I want it back." He's like, "Fuck it, I don't care. You guys are stupid." And then they take the goddamn thing. They give you a quarter. Then back in the forest again with The Rock and Travis. We get a little more backstory of The Rock, how guns take him to a place you don't want to see him go, and how he never uses them. And then finally Travis has had enough of this, and he says he will not take another step unless The Rock lets him pee. There's another funny scene where the Rock has to unzip Travis's pants, and Travis, he's trying to get his dick out of his pants. He's fucking shaking his little waist. And then as Travis is peeing, The Rock walks into a trap that snares him up by his leg. Then Travis takes the keys from The Rock and uncuffs himself, only to get ensnared himself. They are both hanging there upside down. And then probably my least favorite part about this whole movie, a group of baboons start asserting their dominance on the two of them. I was like, okay, this is silly and it's useless. Let's not do this. Then a rifle shot from the rebels scares them off, and we are introduced to the leader of the rebels, Manito, played by Ernie Reyes Jr., who is, of course, Filipino, and starred in a movie called Surf Ninjas. which was like a Three Ninjas spin-off from back in the day. He was also in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I believe, back in the day. And then Ernie Reyes
also shredded as fuck.
Dude, yeah, he's fucking shredded. Ernie Reyes Jr., being Filipino, did a really good job, by the way, of speaking Portuguese. He sounds really convincing. I was like, back in the day, before I even knew he was Filipino, I was like, this guy's Portuguese? He doesn't look Portuguese, but he's speaking Portuguese like a real Brazilian dude. So, shout out to Ernie Reyes Jr., not a big actor, but convincing Portuguese. And then the rebels cut them down and hold him prisoner, and since The Rock doesn't speak the language, he needs advice from Travis on how to handle the situation. And
God.
And the first thing Travis tells him is to never break eye contact, which of course is pretty offensive in any culture any country that you're in. It's very offensive.
Staring down somebody that you just met.
Exactly. But Travis tricks him and tells him it's fine. Yeah. Then Manito starts to interrogate them because he thinks they work for Hatcher. Of course, Manito is like, why the fuck is this big ass grizzly bear staring at me? Like he starts doing this. He's like, why the fuck is he staring me at the face like he wants to fucking fight? Then Travis, being the little piece of shit he is, says that he doesn't work for Hatcher, but The Rock does. Then Travis tells The Rock that they want to fight. And The Rock is just over and over again, I do not want to fight. And finally, Travis is like, except this is happening, they're little. You could take them, all right? You could win. They're little people. You could take them, man.
I mean, compared to The Rock, dude, these guys.
Yeah, Ernie Reyes Jr. looks like he's maybe like in 7th grade, but his body is he's a rockin' 10, that man.
Oh, man, he is, dude.
And then Manito cuts The Rock out, and we are in for a fight to the death. The Rock again tries to plead with Manito, but he has no idea what he says. And then he takes his shirt off. And Ernie Reyes Jr. is more shredded than a Julianne salad, man. And goddamn. And then all the other rebels start to get ready to fight as well. And The Rock tells Travis to tell them one more time he does not want to fight. And then as The Rock is like rolling up his sleeve, he does like in slow motion where he like turns around and then fucking Manito just a big ass punch from like swinging from a vine. Then we get an awesome fight here. Probably the most entertaining fight in this whole movie. We see Manito's crazy fighting style, and Travis is like, what the fuck? What is that? It's like some spinny Tarzan jiu-jitsu. and then
it's actually a really good, like, that's ad-libbed for sure.
Because he's like fucking like punching him like 20 times in the stomach, and The Rock's like, he's like all fucking slow and shit. And then we get some more great slow-mo shots here. There's like a move that starts off one of the slow-mo sequences where one of the Brazilian dudes runs up to The Rock and he does the fucking like the Guile backflip like Sonic kick on him, and then then knocks him, and then like a slow motion scene where the guys like start juggling him in the air like it's fucking Tekken Tag and shit. It's awesome. And then the Rock with an awesome move where he does that Chinese getup, but instead of landing on his feet, he flips all the way over and he fucking does a back kick. I'm like, yo, this is super creative, man. This choreography is awesome.
But it kind of got a little like a little off the wall with like some of the aerial.
Yeah, it was a little like superhero-ish.
Yeah, a little floating too much.
Yeah, I agree.
You know,
it was a lot of wire work, like old school, like crouching tiger, hidden dragon stuff, where they're just juggling him in the air like he weighs like fucking 10 pounds. And then they fling The Rock into a tall tree, and he falls to the ground violently. But The Rock is still alive, and he's fucking pissed now, and he gets the upper hand on these guys. He like gets a stick that's like on fire, and he fucking whacks that guy across the face. And then
it's like fucking from Superbad.
Yeah.
No, not Superbad. Pineapple Express.
Dude, his half of his face is just fucking
the hamburger.
On a hamburger. And then these two guys like swinging from a vine, he fucking gets both of them in the air.
That's right.
And then as they're on the ground, he fucking whacks them both with the stick. And then he has these dudes with the upper hand on these dudes, and has Manito defeated when Mariana crashes the party with a shot in the air. And she tells Manito and the rebels that The Rock isn't the one who works for Hatcher, and that Travis does. And then later that night, The Rock and the Rebels are breaking bread by campfire. We see The Rock and Manito still staring each other down. Then Manito approaches The Rock and asks him who he thinks would win in a fight between Tyson and Ali. And The Rock says Ali, hands down. And the two have a bonding moment with The Rock's interest in boxing. Then Manito takes his necklace off and gives it to The Rock and tells him he's a great fighter. And then everything seems to be fine and dandy when we hear a shot in the distance.
Heartfelt moment.
Yeah, that was a nice moment. Dude, The Rock takes off his shirt too in this scene where he's like rubbing some cream on him. I'm like, yo, just keep the shirt off for the rest of the fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? His outfit, by the way, when he's like fighting those rebels, it's very similar to his outfit in a future movie we're gonna be reviewing in Jumanji. He's rocking like the same like khaki pants with like the like brown shirt. I'm like, oh, that's very
the rolled up like the go-to safari.
Yeah, right. I always told myself if I'm ever going to the jungle, I'm dressing like that. I'm fucking rocking. I'm rocking the tight shirt. I'm rocking the fucking boots.
Vest. You know, one of those like with pockets, many pockets.
And then there's one of the rebels gets shot, and Hatcher's there to crash the party. And then Travis, Mariana, and The Rock manage to escape, but you can assume all of the rebels were wiped out. And The Rock makes a deal with Mariana and tells her Travis will take her to the Gato, and in exchange she shows him the way out of the jungle and back home. And we finally get to the spot where the Gato is in a cave underneath a waterfall, so they have to swim. And then Sean William Scott takes off his shirt, and goddamn, that man shreds city back in the day. Holy fuck. Good for him. You know, he knows that fucking Ernie Reyes Jr. and The Rock are in this. He's like, I gotta step it up. I'm gonna take off my shirt too. I gotta step it up.
Gotta show up.
And then The Rock is about to take off his pants, and Mariana tells him there's a parasite that's in these waters and not to pee, or else the parasite will swim up the stream and into his penis, and they will need to amputate the penis. So The Rock says, not this boy's pee-pee. Not today. Not this boy's pee-pee. Then he puts his pants back on, and inside the cave, Travis sees the Gato, but is being protected by some sort of ancient booby trap, where you have to move some wooden supports towards the symbol of the cat. Travis gets the Gato, but the supports are coming down, and they have to run out of there before the cave collapses. Very cool scene. It's very Indiana Jones inspired. The scene is pretty cool. Later that, I always like those ancient booby traps like that people set like in not Lord of the Rings. Indiana Jones, where he lifts,
Lord of the Flies,
where he lifts the statue, and then all the place starts coming down and shit. So later that night, the gang are where he's like fucking running through the thing with the thing in his hand like he's a fucking running back.
Just turns around, grabs his dick.
Oh my dick! Oh my dick! He's just
out of there
into the water. Like, what's up?
I want Marshawn to do that now.
Later, dude, Marshawn. Speaking of Marshawn, by the way, remember he's part owner of that FCF Fan Control Football League. The last game they played, he suited up. He was like, he put on a jersey. He's like, I'm about to go out there. And then he was like about to, and then he's like, nah, I'm not gonna do it. He put on the jersey and everything. He was like, I'm about to go out there.
It's a straight edgelord, bro.
Anyways, later that night, the gang are sitting around a campfire admiring their find, and Mariana gives them a fruit called a conlabos, spelled with a K. And then Rock and Travis start eating this fruit, and Mariana tells the Rock that selling that gato will free their people from Hatcher's rule. And then Rock starts telling Mariana about his dreams of opening in a restaurant when Travis starts to opening up a restaurant, a Italian restaurant, Southern Italian, which I don't know the difference, but it sounds fucking delicious.
How's that fusion gonna work?
I don't know. Southern
Cajun spaghetti.
I don't think it's. I don't think it's fusion. I think it's like Southern Italy. I mean, that sounds good too, though.
Damn,
I'm not gonna lie.
Pretty good,
that Southern fusion with Italian, those spices with Italian cuisine, dude, you might be onto something. That sounds fucking good. Oh my god.
Cut that out.
Yeah,
cut that out right now.
We're gonna trademark that. Holy fuck, that sounds really fucking good. It starts telling him about opening a restaurant when Travis starts to get all loopy, and everybody's voice starts getting deeper. He's like, how do you spell conlabos? And then the Rock is starting
to. You got a dart in your fucking neck.
You got a fucking dart in your neck, man.
Yes.
I like you. Well, you're crazy, man.
Crazy.
got fucking dart in your neck, man. Also, Sean William Scott. Damn.
Exactly.
You got a fucking dart in your neck, man.
He's just looking at it, just
He's like, oh my god, is this bad? He's just staring at him. He's like, awesome.
Awesome. Oh, it's so good.
Oh, fuck. Sean William Scott, man. I forgot he was in that. And then The Rock is starting to feel the effects now, too. And they both fall down paralyzed. And in the morning, the effects are starting to wear off, and they both are still paralyzed and on the ground when the baboons come back. And The Rock has to power his way out of the paralysis to scare the baboons. I want to go home. I want to go home. And he's just like, get out of here, monkey. Get out of here.
So that colabos is actually a fruit called chirimoya or custard apple.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Depending on you have, I've never heard of it.
I heard it's really good too. Yeah.
Yeah, depending on where you buy it, it's either named a chirimoya or custard apple. This fruit does not cause paralysis, and is actually eaten all over the world for its delicate flavor.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I want to try. I've never tried it, but I've heard of it. Yeah,
it looks pretty menacing.
Yeah,
I got to study it
because the ones they have in this scene has like spikes like on the outside, and then the ones at the end of the movie has no spikes. So I'm like, which fucking one is it?
Male, female? I don't know.
It's like it's not ripe or something. And then Rock and Travis finally make it back to the airstrip and meet with Declan. Before they can take off, Declan tells them Hatcher found Mariana and took the gato from her and has her prisoner. So The Rock stops everything and says their deal is not complete and decides to get her and lets Travis out of the cuffs to help. And at Hatcher's base, they see The Rock on one of the cameras in town and talk to him through a walkie. And The Rock tells Hatcher he has no desire to fight, but he has two options. Option A, you leave the gato and the girl and leave town. Option B, I make you. And Hatcher and his crew think this is hilarious. And they literally like go on the walkie and start laughing at The Rock. And The Rock says, wrong choice. And he fucking punches out the camera. I'm like, oh shit, it's fucking on. Then Hatcher's army is in the town. And in the distance we hear bagpipes. We see Declan walking into town blowing the fuck out of these bagpipes, and he tells Hatcher, let's get it on, big boy. And bagpipes, by the way, very underrated instrument. I fucking love listening to bagpipes. I could listen to that shit all day.
It's an underrated instrument when you're like, when it's like, especially a time like this.
Yeah,
you know,
when you're about to go to war,
be like, hyped up shit, you know,
dude. No idea. How about they play bagpipes at the gym? I'd be fucking maxing out all the time. I'd be so fucking hyped, dude. Bagpipes. How do you even practice bagpipes, by the way? I mean, you gotta practice like in a soundproof studio because those shits are fucking loud. There's no volume on a bagpipe, you know?
Like you gotta like put some ear.
It's impossible.
Earplugs in while you're practicing, you know, or playing. Like I would not want to be next to it. Just like I wouldn't want to be next to like a speaker at a concert.
Oh,
you know?
my god! There goes your hearing when you're fucking your hearing's gonna be done when you're 50. Yeah. Then we start to hear some rumbling and we see a stampede of bulls going through the town. And The Rock is there to layeth the smack down. We also see Travis there too, but he's fucking useless. He's fucking useless in this whole fight, Travis. And during all this fighting, The Rock has two shotguns in his hand that he hasn't used yet. And then we see The Rock is pinned down by gunfire, and Travis is also. So The Rock says, fuck it, and he goes guns blazing.
The Rock, the fucking Barry Badgernath hand.
Dude, yes.
Going after the ping pong paddle.
And they do like the cutting back and forth where he has his eyes closed. And then right when he opens his eyes, the fucking guitar starts playing. And The Rock stands up in slow motion. Guitar is going off in the background, and the fucking Brazilian flag standing behind him, and he fucking turns around. He goes off with these double shotguns, and he flips them, and then cocks them under his fucking armpits, and then fucking BAM! I'm like, dude, this is so fucking cool.
I want to see that in real life, but I don't want somebody to blow off the fucking arms.
I was about to say, that recoil with one arm, good luck. That you're dislocating your fucking arm. Yeah.
It's back there, bro.
And the most badass, the badass move with the shotguns, and he fires, and as the bus blows up, he's walking away like a fucking badass with the fire behind him. And I'm like, let's.
Pretty sure he uses like his forearm too.
Yeah, he does
He
this.
uses like almost every body part.
Yeah, he goes like to the side and he like cocks it in and he shoots it, and then he does the flip and then fucking under the armpit. That must hurt so bad on your forearm cocking that shit.
God, dude, I couldn't even imagine. Like, I haven't never even cocked them.
I mean, just
pumped
the
a shotgun
again, the
before.
creativeness of he's gonna have to reload these fucking things. So what does he do under the armpit? So cool, and he does the flip like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Terminator with the shotgun too. So sick.
Instead of just one where they could have just been like,
Yeah.
keep pumping it, or with two, he has to set it down.
He
And
could have.
no,
He could have.
yeah,
What?
it's not
He could have
two.
been. But
Two good creases right here. All right.
And the Rock, now disarmed, runs into a mini boss fight with 3 soldiers now carrying whips. And they start beating the shit out of him. And at one point, the Rock gets a gun. But a guy fucking uses his whip and like disarms him in slow-mo. And again, just whip fighting. Again, what a delight whip fighting is. You never see it in any other movie. It's fucking fantastic. But he finally beats the whip guys and catches a sniper mid-air. And then he shoots the gun out of Hatcher's hand. Then Hatcher is now surrounded by the townspeople, and he tries to plead with them, but they're like, nah, you ain't going nowhere. And he's like, at one point he calls them, you barefoot Indians. I'm like, bro, that's not gonna help anything. And he calls them Oompa Loompas at one point. I'm like, Jesus.
Basically slaves.
Yeah. And then they're like, nah, and they end up killing him. And then Travis has the gato now, but gives it to Mariana to help the town, and tells The Rock it's his move now. And The Rock tells Travis, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with what you did here. They shake hands, and then he slaps the cuffs on him again and tells Declan to start the plane. And then Travis is like, what? I thought we were cool, man. But no, they're going back to LA.
I mean, no, you didn't help in this fight at all, motherfucker.
Right? He was fucking useless. Now back in LA, The Rock gets out of his Dodge truck, all cool, with his like little like blue sunglasses on, and then he's all in slow motion and shit. And they are back at Billy's house. And The Rock is now out from Billy's rule and has his money in his restaurant, and tells them they should have a celebration. And takes out some fruit out of his bag and tells them these are conlabos, spelled with a K. And he feeds this to Billy and all of his men. And then one of these dudes, Myles, I don't know if you noticed this, one of these dudes was the Jets player from Mr. Deeds. The fucking...
Yeah!
You use foul language in front of a lady.
No, Daddy, no!
No, Daddy, no! He said, shit, no. And then Adam Sandler looks at him, no. That guy fell like straight, like flat on his face in this scene here.
I'm playing another down until I get more money.
Rich boy.
Rich boy.
Rich boy.
He just punches him.
Oh man, shit, no. And then Travis and Rock flee the scene, and then we get like one final scene where Travis tries to pick a fight with The Rock, and then he's like, "Nah, I'm just kidding. I'll be in the car." And the movie ends with The Rock saying, "I'm gonna kill you," and then fucking credits. End of the movie, the rundown. What a goddamn movie this was, man. It's such a movie. Such a fun delight. I had even more fun doing this rundown because it's so much fun to reminisce about these action scenes, man. It's my favorite part about these rundowns. But yeah, Myles, what were your final thoughts on? Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and rank this compared to the Scorpion King. Yeah, so obviously, I mean, this is hands down way better than Scorpion King. It's not even close. This is gonna be. This might be number 1 out of all these movies, to be honest. We'll see. But we got 2 more weeks of Rock and reviews. But I don't know
what we have next. Pain and Gain, or
we got Pain and Gain next.
Jumanji.
Yeah, Pain and Gain, and then Jumanji after. I'm very excited for Pain and Gain because I watched that movie one time. I remember really liking it, so I'm really excited for that. And not only that. This was probably the biggest The Rock has ever been physically, because he was training for Hercules at that time. So he is fucking juiced to the goddamn gills. That was the time where he was
shredded.
Where he posted his meal plan. He was eating 12 meals a day. I'm like, holy, how do you must be on the toilet every other hour. I mean, that shit's going right fucking through you, man.
Or he's like a well-oiled machine. He's just
I mean, I guess, but even if I eat like 6 meals a day, I'm fucking shitting like 2 hours, like, you know, every like 2 hours. So I can't even. It must be a nightmare.
My body's like, come on, dude.
Yeah,
what the fuck? We're not using this. Why?
He's like, another donut. Fuck. Just all right. Send it through.
All right.
just but send it out whole this time. But yeah, I mean, no doubt about it. This is number one. Number two is gonna be the Scorpion King. But Myles, did you have any more trivia facts about this movie?
I do. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Dwayne Johnson's body double was his cousin. He broke his ankle in the scene where Beck and Travis are tumbling down a hillside with the Jeep.
Oh my god!
I forgot to throw that in there.
Yeah,
that was like in the beginning.
Yeah, I was about to say that scene looks super painful. It's no it's no wonder, because fuck, man, that was so brutal.
Yeah, he broke his fucking ankle. So,
like, well, what happens though? Like, when production keeps going, like, nobody's gonna stop for a stunt guy. You know what I'm saying? That's not major talent.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he probably had to power through that, honestly, if he wants to get paid, which is really unfortunate.
According to director commentary on the DVD, Christopher Walken had never seen Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory from 1971. And was therefore reluctant to use the phrase Oompa Loompas in his final scene.
Yeah, I was about to say, that is incredibly, like, fucking, like, racist or sexist. Right? I mean, goddamn, he didn't even know what he was saying, poor guy.
Director Peter Berg provided Walken with a copy of the movie, and after watching it, Walken decided to use the phrase.
Oh.
So, I guess Walken was like, alright, that's like something I would say.
That was his own thing. Wow, that was ad-libs. Oh, wow.
Hatcher's Tooth Fairy speech was a substitution for him comparing the situation to Pooh stuck in the door to Rabbit's house from The Merry Adventures of Winnie the Pooh from 1977.
Oh, shit.
Disney threatened to sue over it. Damn.
That Tooth Fairy scene is so fucking funny. They take the goddamn thing, they give you a quarter. You understand the concept?
I want it.
Yeah, you understand the concept of the Tooth Fairy.
The film's original title was Hell Dorado.
Oh, fuck. That would have been so sick. Hell Dorado. That's awesome.
No, right. It was then changed to Welcome to the Jungle before being changed again to The Rundown. Although it was released in several countries, including the United Kingdom, as Welcome to the Jungle, Dwayne Johnson later starred in the unrelated Jumanji.
Yeah, I was
Welcome
about to
the Jungle.
Oh my, I was about to say, yeah, I've heard that before. Welcome to the Jungle. Fucking Jumanji. Wow. The man just loves the jungle, The Rock.
Yeah, Jumanji. Dude, that center of the earth, fucking.
That's right, yeah.
He likes safaris.
The
Rampage, he likes being in
worst places, by the way. A man his size, you're sweating constantly in these fucking jungles. Why the fuck would you want to do that?
Why you're eating 12 meals a day.
I know.
God. According to director Peter Berg, they were scouting a location in the Amazon forest of Brazil when they were held up at gunpoint by 3 locals and robbed of all cash, computers, and other valuables. After that, probably a joke, the shoot location was changed to Hawaii.
Oh, good for them. Yeah, that sounds way better than being in a fucking jungle.
I mean, it just reminds me of you remember 90 Day Fiancé with that loser fucking guy that gets that Brazilian chick pregnant, and he's like a super he loves his mom. He stays inside. He travels with like fucking 30 suitcases of shit. He's a loser. He has no job, and he has to care for this kid. But anyways, the wife, while they're filming, and the camera crew get robbed.
Oh yeah, Paul and Rini, or what's her name? Yeah, something Paul and
something like that.
Yeah. Oh my god, I forgot. That guy who just runs away for everything. During an argument, he just fucking starts running. He's like in the forest. The camera crew's trying to like film him, and he's like about to jump in the water, dude. And he's like,
it's the dirtiest fucking river I've ever seen.
Disgusting. I'm like, oh my god, dude, you don't want to go in there. But dude, oh my god,
dude, you see the. I'm sure they added some sound bits or shit in there to make it more suspenseful, but they had gunshots going off.
There was, right? It was like on a resort too, and they got robbed there. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man.
It's some resort. When Christopher Walken is delivering his speech about keeping his eye on the ball, the images that are shown of the gold mine workers are a reference to a series of photos from the 1980s by Sebastião Salgado that were taken at a famous Brazilian gold mine called Serra Pelada. So those were actual mine workers. Damn.
Yeah, that looks brutal. Fuck that.
Fuck working in a mine.
I mean, that's the ugly truth though behind diamonds and stuff, right? That shit goes around all the time.
So that cameo we were talking about,
yeah,
Arnold.
Have fun.
As the man in the club. This cameo was filmed the same day he filmed his appearance as the Terminator for the Super Bowl.
Oh,
I couldn't find that.
Yeah, I don't remember that at all.
Couldn't really find it, but I believe it.
And
it was completely unprepared. He happened onto the set that day and was asked to make a quick appearance in the film. Fans and movie enthusiasts often cite his saying "have fun" to Dwayne Johnson as a passing of the torch to an action hero of the next generation. Just
what I'm saying. I mean, pretty crazy now that The Rock is our generation's Arnold Schwarzenegger for sure. All he needs to do is run for government, and then and he's pretty much Arnold. But hopefully, he doesn't cheat on his wife like Arnold did with the fucking.
Oh God, I hope not.
With that,
hopefully he
with that nasty, disgusting maid that she was gross. I'm like, what are you doing, Arnold? That's disgusting.
Hey, when you're in the fucking zone. Oh man,
dude, that fucking Bill Burr. He's been in the zone for like 30 years. that man's been in the zone for 30 fucking years.
He said, "I'm gonna run for governor," and he fucking did.
What a great joke! God damn.
Oh,
dude.
what a great bit. Yeah, it's.
Man.
So one more.
Yeah.
And I think I should have been looking at this the whole time. Like, Scorpion King might have had it too, and it might have been way higher. But they have a body count here.
Interesting.
It says around 32 for this movie.
Damn. It doesn't even seem like a lot of people died. Maybe I think a lot of that was at the end of the movie, but.
Well, all those militia.
Oh shit! All those rebels. Yeah, they're all fucking dead, huh?
Rebels or whatever. Yeah.
They're all dead. Shit. Myles, what were your final thoughts though on the rundown before we get out of here?
Oh man, this movie ages pretty well. Like, there's no like special effects that you need to that can be dated, really.
Yeah.
You know, maybe some of that wire work that we were talking about.
There was like no CG in this, huh? Or maybe there was. It's just so good, didn't even realize it.
Maybe I'm sure the table. Oh no. Well,
the one that he fucking throws in the air and that shit just
some of the
fucking explodes. Jesus.
So the what? Anyways,
let me wait.
That guy's in prison.
I know, right? How crazy is that? He like murdered his cousin or something?
Somebody said that. Watch me whip and watch me commit murder on my cousin and go to jail for life.
He's got the worst name too. Silento. 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 I fucking hate that song.
Oh my god, dude, it's so good. It was a defined generation.
I know. I mean, when you got a dance that goes with a song, I mean, it's going to blow up no matter what. A dance with a song
where there was just like dances that went with a song. Cat Daddy, you had
Dougie, yeah.
You had Jerk. Teach me how to jerk.
Soldier Boy, was it what's that song or what's that dance? What is it called? Shit, Crank That.
Crank That. That's right.
Crank That, man.
And you got T-Pain to.
Oh shit! Oh, how about Lean With It, Rock With It back in the day?
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah, Lean With It, Rock With It, and then I guess now
Swag Surfing.
Swag. Yes, dude. Do you remember the Chiefs doing that against the Jets? Swag Surf. I gotta show you. It's the greatest.
Was it this year?
Yeah. It's the most disrespectful shit you'll ever see, dude.
Was it the defense?
In the middle of a fucking game, dude. They start swag surfing on these fucking guys. I gotta show you this. Hold on.
I want to see this now.
Oh my god, it's so disrespectful, dude. In the middle of a fucking game.
That is something like they get chills like when if a big group of people start doing that.
No, it's fucking hype, dude. I watched that. Yeah, I probably watch the video like every other day. It's fucking good. Let's see. Chief swag. Here we go. Swag.
Oh, swallows. Chief swallows.
Here Here we go. Oh, hold on. Let me pause the music.
Is the music? Is that song playing?
Yeah, it's going on in the stadium. You can't really hear it, but it's going on in the stadium. You can like kind of hear it.
Yeah.
Dude, this is the middle of the fucking game. And they're whipping their asses.
Rashad. Oh,
hey.
God, it's fucking disrespectful.
Dude, it gets even worse, dude. The fucking people on the field, they're fucking dancing in the middle of the game.
Of course, it's the fucking
Look at this
Jets,
dude. Look at this dude right here. This is my favorite guy. In the middle of the fucking game, dude. The disrespect, bro.
Oh my god.
Swag surf in the middle of the game. And look at all the white linemen too from like the Jets. They're like, what the fuck are these guys doing?
They said, what is that boy doing over there?
Are they surfing? What are they doing over there? Oh,
I know
man.
surfing, that ain't it.
Oh man, but what a fucking I guess what's like a current song dance thing? It's maybe like
It's some TikTok bullshit.
The whop,
Whatever the
maybe.
TikTok thing is. Nah, bro. This shit moves so fast.
Yeah.
You got to go on TikTok and see what it is. Like
But
that's
they're-
class stuff.
yeah.
That's some Generation Z stuff.
The thing is though, they're making dances for like songs that don't have dances. I'm like, you can't do that. You can't just make it up. Like the person who made the song has to have the fucking
and they're bringing
dance.
back like old songs and
Yeah.
like remixing it, and then adding like a dance, and they're just naming it a challenge.
It's the
now,
worst
and
too.
it's
It's the same song. They just cover it. And I'm like, you guys don't even know what song this is. Like, fuck, this is an old. It's not even that old. Sometimes like early 2000s. I'm like, oh fuck.
You start thinking though.
I forgot. It's
only so
2021.
much-
Fuck, we're old.
Yeah.
These kids don't know
Graduated
shit.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh god, don't even remind me. Oh my god,
Yeah.
that's depressing. Jesus.
I saw a guy with a Seniors 21 sweater earlier, and I was like, man, I'm 10 years older than that guy. at
Jesus
least.
Christ, Seniors 21. Rip it off of him. What the?
Yeah.
Oh my god, you should wear your Seniors 11.
Can't fit in that, dude. Come on.
Oh god. Great. The one good thing about this pandemic, man. Good thing about this pandemic, don't have to do none of that fucking reunion bullshit. What's the point of a reunion nowadays anyways? We have Facebook, we got Twitter, we got Instagram, we got video chats. We don't need a reunion. We can see each other anytime. I see fucking stupid shit people post on fucking Instagram all the time. I know what fucking a person I haven't talked to in 10 years had for dinner last night. It's like, why do I care?
That's exactly why we don't have to do it now.
Yeah.
We only do it by
Thank God.
choice now. Like, it's like before it was like, oh, dude, so-and-so died? Shit.
That's true. Yeah,
That was
something.
my drug dealer in high school. Now it's like, oh, he died? Oh, damn.
Yeah, that's true. Damn.
And you can find out
That's-
like
yeah.
the second it happened. I mean, that's probably morbid, but like, I mean,
Yeah, now we're going.
What's my old
Now
crush
we're going.
doing?
See, that's the dark
I
side
got ran
of.
over by a bus.
That's
Cool.
that's the dark side of social media. When you start going down that rabbit hole and you're like, oh fuck, man, what could have been, or what happened to this person, or whatever.
Or you
But
keeping tabs on somebody, just like,
Yeah.
that's the thing with social media too. It's just like you start comparing your life to like this person's too, and that's just like, that's so toxic.
you know what the cool thing about our social media is though? Full of podcast shit. Who else has a podcast? You know what I'm saying? Nobody else has a podcast.
That's true.
You know what's a great
That's
pickup
sorta
line too?
interesting.
You know what's a great pickup line? Every time I'm like on this Hinge or Tinder or something, every time I bring up the podcast, everyone's like, "Oh, that's so cool." I'm like, "It is cool, right? I
is
am cool."
Dude, it's an outlet. It's not. It's a hobby.
You know why?
And-
Because before you finish that, sorry, one more thing.
Oh,
like
no, go
whenever I do say I have a podcast, everyone's always like, "Oh, I always wanted to do that." I'm like, just do it. You don't just fucking do it. So it's fun to tell people you got a podcast because
I'm
people
fortunate
want to
enough
do
that,
it.
like, being able to, we made this a thing. We talked it into existence, but really, it helps doing your research, having a person who's dedicated, having a person who really like is behind the scenes and in front of the scenes.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I can't speak highly enough of this guy.
Well, it's just fun to do. I just like that stuff
It
too.
is,
Yeah.
and it's when it's a hobby, it's just like you
Yeah.
keep it a hobby and you keep it,
Yeah, the second
keep
it
it
becomes
fun.
work, that's when I'm like, all right, let's take a break.
But
And that's the
you
good
know,
thing about having our own podcast. We don't have to listen to anybody. We can just do whatever we want. But
if it ever gets to that point,
yeah,
you'd be grateful because then you made it to something
it's
that,
true. You're getting paid for it. Yeah.
yeah, and that's just like that's a byproduct, but like that's something that is it. If it does happen, great. If not, I'm cool with
That's
it,
the thing too. I've heard too many not horror stories, but just stories of people who do their hobby as jobs, and it's like, oh, it's not fun anymore. It's just it's business now. It's like, oh man, yeah, I guess that is a thing that I don't know if I would like to do that, but yeah, it's just fun doing it, you know. People want to do it too. I'm just like, just do it. Just start, you know.
It's a great
whatever happens
thing,
happens.
like,
yeah,
you know. You're like, yeah, I can do that for you. We can start a podcast.
But where are we doing here? Final thoughts. Final thoughts.
Oh, were you ranking? Yeah, final thoughts, ranking. Go ahead.
We already ranked it. It's definitely going to be number 1. It's probably going to stay up there for a while. But final thoughts, man. What a great movie. Just a movie that goes under the radar, unfortunately. But hopefully, after watching this podcast or listening to it, hopefully you give it a try. Hopefully you watch it. It's I'd say it's the start, of course, of The Rock's action career. The passing of the torch from Arnold Schwarzenegger is a perfect movie for that, because it really did ignite that action side of him. And then it went to a weird place where he went to those fucking family movies, like in between, and then he went back to action. So thank God.
Game Plan.
Exactly.
Fairy.
Game Plan, where he got super skinny in Game Plan. He looks nothing like he weighs like 180 pounds in the Game Plan. He's so tiny.
Yeah, what the hell?
And he grew out his hair. He was like, he's like a midlife crisis during that time. By the way, the Game Plan. Have you seen the actress, who the little girl is now? She's
Madison Pettis.
Jesus Christ.
She used to be with that dude that's on the Jazz, I think. What's his name? Oh no, is he on the Jazz?
Which one?
He was like the first round pick. He got like curly hair.
Oh, the really good guy on the Jazz?
Is he on the Jazz or is he on? I'm gonna look this up real quick because you're gonna know who it is.
I'm really bad at names in basketball.
Ex-boyf.
But yeah, but her now, oh my God, obviously not in that movie, but now, Jesus, she is a smoke show. He is a dimey dime, some would say.
Michael Porter Jr.
Oh, okay, yeah.
What's he on? What team is he on again?
No, I think he's on the Jazz, right?
Oh, the Nuggets.
He's a light-skinned dude, right?
Yeah. Dude, he's really.
I remember there's a video of him on Instagram where he's like looking out into the crowd. He's like, you can't hear him, but you can see him mouth. He's like, bro, there's so many baddies here. He's like talking to a dude next to him. He's like, bro, look at that blonde over there. There's so many baddies over here.
That's why he's not with Maddie.
Yeah, maybe that's why. Damn, I didn't even know they were together. That's interesting.
Yeah, they were for a little bit, and then once you get out of there, it's just like it's a whore city.
All the
it's the whores.
All the whores. All the fucking whores.
Oh man.
Oh man. That's been a fun podcast, Myles. I guess is that it? I don't know what we're doing anymore.
Let me give us a plug one more time.
Give us the plug.
That's Sorta Interesting. Wait, what? Sorta Interesting podcast. Wait, sortainteresting.com.
There you go.
That's this podcast. We're halfway through this rock and review series. We got a couple more to go.
Two more to go, right? Yeah, to reiterate, next week we're going to be doing Pain and Gain, and then the last movie we're going to be doing is what's that? Jumanji. Yeah, Welcome to the Jungle. So,
and we'll start next episode letting you guys know what we're gonna have planned.
Gonna have to brainstorm. I don't even know.
We got movies coming out HBO Max sometime soon, so we'll get a timeline going for that. Yeah, we got sortainterestingpodcast.com. Also, if you go to the site, or you can go to patreon.com/sortainteresting, check it out. You can get more of the content like we started with at this with our trailer reactions.
Oh man,
I guess.
What a fun time that was.
Yeah, that's cool. It's a lot easier for me to not give in to trailers after the first hour.
I'm usually against trailers, but I don't. I don't want to watch any more trailers like after that. Like I usually watch the first trailer for movies I want to watch, and then that's it. But
they give away too much.
Yeah, too much.
Yeah. I'm with you there, and I didn't see the light until you told me that, and I'm like, oh fuck, dude.
It's so much. Yeah, it's so much better when you watch the movie, and it's like, oh fuck, I didn't even know that was gonna happen.
Yeah. Patreon.com. You can get more content. All you gotta do is be a patron. and we'll take a shot of Patron.
Hey, oh my, wow, wow,
donate, huh?
what a goal that would be. Yeah, take a shot of patron for a patron. Dude, get like 15 patrons. Fuck.
Oh god, dude, just line them up, baby. Line them up. Some of those are gonna be a little watered down, or just straight water.
Half
tequila,
shots.
That's fine. So we just go on there. We got our whole catalog on the site. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple podcast app. We're on Google Play Store. Anywhere the podcasts are available. Sort of Interesting podcast on Instagram at Sort of Interesting. Fuck, I forgot our Twitter. It's
just Sort of Interesting. No G at the end. Yeah.
And at Myles Darling, at Christian Patam. Am I forgetting anything?
That's it. I guess we will see you next week for Pain and Gain. Very excited for that. But have an interesting day, everyone.